Well, good morning and welcome, Elke Porter. I'm very happy to welcome Elke here because she's a very unique person in Western Canada, where she has a great love for all things German and all things Canada. And she has bridged that over the years by being the editor and publisher of magazines like Das Schwarze Brett, the Black Board, or European News, or West Coast German News. And so, first of all, welcome, Elke, to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really honored.
Oh, well, no, we're honored to have you. So let's talk a little bit about your new venture, which is the Western International Business Club, WIBC. What's your vision behind the creation of such an organization?
The vision behind this organization is to establish business connections and networking opportunities, as well as even job creation opportunities between Europe, German-speaking parts of Europe, and Canada.
Yeah, and you know what people don't realize is that German used to be the second language in British Columbia. I mean, years ago, but it was really well presented. I know making a speech to the Nanaimo Chamber of Commerce about 15 years ago, and I was told that German was still the second most used language in the city of Nanaimo. That has all changed now, but but how does your group differentiate itself from other business networking groups?
Well, this business networking group has 3 levels of membership: students, entrepreneurs, and corporations that are globally minded. So I find that a unique proposition that you might not find in other organizations.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because people are in Germany, they don't really know what to expect. They would like to come to Canada. Who do I talk to? And who better to talk to than somebody who's actually wrote a book, actually 2 books on the German-speaking influential people in Western Canada. So you have contact to, well, at least all the people in the book, which was 75 plus. And these are all people that have come here, established a business and relationships. And by joining an organization like yours, you get access to a lot of people on the ground. And that's really, there's so much theory that you can read in Germany or in Canada about dealing in Germany. I mean, there's all sorts of events going on in Germany, and you maybe the local person in Vancouver or in Western Canada could say, well, I wouldn't mind being represented there, but what exactly is it? And that's why belonging to such a club is really important. What are some of sort of the standout moments from past events that you can share?
Well, one of the more, I guess, challenging aspects of this club is finding really good speakers. And that's why I'm really excited that Ozzie will be speaking next time. But anyways, besides him, I actually comb a lot through LinkedIn to find people that might be appropriate to speak. And I met a guy who is actually someone from the UK who lives in München, who was willing to speak to our club about international trade shows. So those kind of moments when you actually meet someone and they're willing to speak and you've never met them before, I find that very exciting. And I find it very exciting to meet potential members.
Yeah, you also had, didn't you have a lady with a wine that needed some connection?
Yes. So those are some exciting potential members where people, they sell Canadian wine to Germany or German companies that want to establish themselves here. And I love making that connection for them.
Well, I think the interesting thing is it isn't just also that you have to sort of be interested in dealing with Germany itself, but maybe other German speaking. I mean, we have German schools in British Columbia. We have so many things going on. I remember now going to an opening, I think with Grace McCarthy. There's a little German park somewhere that people don't know about. And a club like that allows you to connect to local people as well. Are there any special sectors that you focus on?
It seems to me like most of the people in my club are involved in real estate, financial and wealth management. They're lawyers and they're entrepreneurs. And those are the 4 members that I generally have.
Well, and that's certain. All of them are needed to create a good connection. But you have also the international aspect of the club. What makes what is the importance of that?
Well, it's important because there are more and more people who are living locally but thinking globally. So they really want to establish, like maybe they want to retire in Germany, they live in Canada, or vice versa. They're in Germany, they want to retire in Canada. They want to get jobs overseas, like for students. There's entrepreneurs who want to set up a business or a business branch, and everybody needs connections because it's who you know. That's what gets you there.
Absolutely. It's not what you know, it's who you know. The other thing that why it's important, I used to be the president of a construction management company in all places, Taiwan. But I can actually do business in Taiwan, in Vancouver. I can also in the same day do business in Germany, right? We're uniquely positioned geographically that as long as I realize now, is it in Germany, is it 5 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock in the morning and so on. But I can actually literally in my business day talk to both sides of the world, which I think makes it very important. Okay, so let's say I'm a new member and I'm attending my first meeting. What can I expect to happen?
Well, I really enjoy the first part of the meeting, which is when everyone gets to introduce themselves and talk about their own businesses, because then you really get to know people in a unique way. And then we have a speaker, which gets recorded and later put on YouTube. And after that, we have a question and answer session. And then we have, of course, what's going to happen next. And then I don't just talk about business events, we also mention cultural events, anything that would interest people from a German background.
I find that interesting because I was watching you on Facebook. You must have attended 9 events in the last 10 days that are all that
Yes.
you know. And I know that you know you're on occasion you have some tickets available, or but there's the film festival or something. You get invited to all of these events, and that makes it great that that person that don't know much about German culture or Germany or other making connections, you know, they need a focal point, and you can be with your group, you can be that focal point. Do you have any expansion plans for the future?
I mean, I'm just still in the process of setting this club up and trying to see what people want, because every time I have a meeting, there's feedback, and then I can see, okay, people like this, they did not like this so much. And so it's just a matter of finding that sweet spot of finding what people want. And I think one of the things people are really excited about in life is investments. So I just think that investing is definitely exploring that in all its facets is definitely something we're going to be doing in the future.
You said investment in Germany or investment in Canada?
Both.
Both, yeah. Well, certainly the interest. I'm born in the city of Cologne, and I have friends of mine that over the last, well, there's some people that were forever interested in coming to Canada and never made the move, but there's a lot of people that are very interested in looking at other parts of the world, and we're one of them. So to have a hub for international business is one of the goals, right? And it's be a focal point for that. And
Yes.
and so you help people leverage where they're located here
Mhm.
to get contacts in Germany. You were talking about a messe that's coming up. Is that, where is that?
So the Hannover Messe, that takes place, of course, in the city of Hanover and the beautiful fairgrounds, is going to be holding its biggest industrial fair again next year, March 31st to April 4th, and Canada will be the partner country. So it's especially exciting for Canadians. And on October 31st, Halloween night was the cutoff for Canadian companies to join the Canadian Pavilion. And I really would love to go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I can be reporting live from the other side in 2025.
And just if you don't speak in a German, messe means convention, or you know, it's a large group of companies that share their wares at a joint event. A joint event. The what how convince me why I should join the WIBC. How do I know whether it's the right fit?
Well, it really is the right fit for someone who's globally minded, who sometimes travels for business to Europe and back to Canada. And it's very good for people who are interested in international business networking, international business matchmaking, or even someone just looking for a job.
Well, I think that you as the leader are uniquely positioned because you have such an interest for years and years, 10 years as a secretary of the the German group of businesses, which are the sort of like the German Board of Trade in Canada. And then when you take a look at all of the things that you're involved with locally, the people that you know, that you interviewed, 75 influential people and so on. So uniquely positioned to lead the group. Now, in terms of the investment in the group, before you get scared to death about how much this is going to be, if you have a good Starbucks cappuccino per month, that's the cost to join. The idea is not that it breaks the bank to join. The idea is to come and join as soon as possible. We've had speakers, one of the best speakers I've ever heard on German and in international immigration out of Toronto, who made an absolute great presentation. We have had a great founder who actually founded one of the great coffee companies. We have some real interesting people there every single month that talk international business. What are your final thoughts for you have for us?
Well, I really think that this club has a potential to grow. And I think it sort of started off as just like a little idea, but then along the way, it's taken on a life of its own. And I really think if you join this club and if you become a part of it, it will just explode with success.
Well, and personally, right? So the idea is that it's a minimum investment, but a maximum reward potential here. So if you are interested in the descriptions below, if you're watching us on video, we have contact information for Elke and the club. And if you listen to us on podcast, just send me a note at oz@jurock.com or Google WIBC, the West Coast International Business Club, and make sure that you follow it up and come and join us. Have a great day.
Thank you.